Okay, so now I'm on the last movie in the original Dead trilogy, which is Day of the Dead, which came out in 1985, and it's directed by George A. Romero, of course again. And the only actor that really stands out to me that most people would know is Joe Pilato, and he plays Captain Rhodes. Now this one is kind of not, like I said with Dawn of the Dead, is not a direct sequel to either night or day, but it's still like in that, or dawn, I mean, but it's still like in that same universe. And this one, I don't know, like, I don't really know when the timelines are for this, but this is, this takes place in a bunker, an underground bunker, with a group of, military people and scientists, and, there it just shows like how they like try to get along with each other. And there's this one scientist named Dr. Logan who's like this eccentric guy, but he's like one of the coolest characters in the movie. He's my favorite character in the movie. He's trying to domesticate these zombies, and trying to show them that they can develop empathy, and so they don't harm people, like they like they can like re-educate them. And this pisses off one of the military people named Captain Rhodes, who's like he's a straight up fucking sadistic asshole. And he doesn't want this because he don't trust the doctor, because he thinks, yeah, you're gonna domesticate these things should be dead, like they shouldn't be around us. And it just shows like the relationship between these scientists and these military people. Um yeah, this one's actually my second favorite in the Dead trilogy. And I know it's probably because I like more of the gory type of horror movies and stuff. Because Dawn's my favorite, and then this is my second favorite. And I also love the character of Dr. Logan. Like he's so weird and eccentric, and like he has sympathy for these things, but he just doesn't give a fuck what Captain Rhodes thinks, and he does whatever he wants. And that's why I like Dr. Logan. There's also there's zombie, he's right here, named Bub, who is actually domesticated, like a little bit. That he's like friends with Dr. Rhodes, and I know a lot of people think that's goofy, but it was a different and original concept at the time. So, but yeah, he listens to music. He can kind of talk a little bit. He's very like compassionate and like kind of like a child in this. And I didn't feel it was that goofy, but I know a lot of people said it is. But anyways, yeah, the guy, Joe Pilato, he plays Captain Rhodes, and Captain Rhodes is like such a fucking asshole. He's so sadistic and just, I can't stand, like, the other military people too, like, I couldn't stand them either. Like, they're all assholes, but he's like the worst one. And then I don't care, I'm gonna spoil it. Then he kills Dr. Logan. And that just pissed me the fuck off, because I like Dr. Logan. He's my favorite character. And then, like, when Captain Rose gets ripped apart by the zombies, that was, like, the most satisfying thing I ever seen in a movie. I was like, damn, finally he got what he deserved. And that death scene is, like, very gory and nasty, but it was really awesome. And a lot of the death scenes in it are very, like, gory and memorable. Like, this one dude, one of the military guys, he gets, like, his head ripped off, and like cause he's screaming when it's getting ripped off, and then it goes like, when he screams, his voice goes like very high pitched, and it was like really cool. Um, there's also this one zombie that gets just like on an operating table, and it like gets up and it like leans to its side, and like all its guts and insides fall out. Um, Yeah, there's one dude that shoots himself later on. That was the other asshole I didn't like. I forgot his name. He blows his brains out. Then there's this lead woman. I forgot her name, but she's the lead uh female, and she, like I was saying in the other two reviews, like Romero have like shitty female characters, like they don't do anything really. But in this one, I should have looked up her name. The female lead in it, she's like very strong. She's one of the scientists. She's like very strong willed and very intelligent, and she's very helpful in the movie. Helpful, not hopeful, helpful. And um I was like genuinely afraid for her well-being, because like, for I don't know why, but I thought like they were gonna try to rape her or something, because like how they all looked at her, because like the military guys, not the scientists, because the guys, they actually treat her with respect, but like the military guys, like they talked about her like she's a sexual object, like they objectify her sexually, like they just give her like very like perverted looks and stuff, and I was like so afraid that they were gonna like sexually assault her, or they were gonna end up killing her or something, but thank God they didn't. But yeah, that's like the kind of tension you feel in this movie, because they live in this underground bunker with each other and they do not get along. Like the scientists and the military people, they don't get along at all. And it's mainly the military people that are like, they're just straight up assholes to these scientists. Um, but yeah, like there's like some really genuine tension in this movie. Um, Another cool thing too is that the opening scene is actually filmed in, I think it was Fort Myers or St. Petersburg, Florida, and I only like and found that interesting because I live in Florida and I always try to find out what movies were filmed here. And that opening scene was actually filmed in Florida. The rest was filmed in Pennsylvania. But yeah, I would. Oh, what else? I'm trying to figure out what else to say about this. Like I said, I'm going off of memory, but yeah, I covered some of the deaths and gory scenes in it, the characters. There's also two other like characters. I don't know if they're scientists or not, but they like help out the scientists. One's like an Irish guy, and the other one's a Jamaican guy. And I thought they were pretty interesting. They're just kind of like side characters, but they're like very laid back and helpful. Um, what else? Yeah, I'm not sure what else to really say about this movie. And I forgot to mention that in Dawn of the Dead, that Goblin did the soundtrack for that. I don't believe they did the soundtrack for this movie. They might have. I no, John Harrison, yeah. But in Dawn, I don't know why I said it now, but in Dawn of the Dead, the soundtrack's by the band Goblin, which is an Italian band. But yeah. Um, I also like the look of the underground bunker and stuff. And I was like, can you imagine just being stuck in a bunker, like underground bunker with these assholes? Like, I would just like, I don't know, I would just take myself out before that. Um, yeah. Um, I don't really know what else to say. Oh yeah, I always stump for some reason when I do reviews. There's also this really cool dream sequence. I know some people say it's kind of goofy, the woman's reaction, but like this, the lead female scientist that we follow, she's like sleeping in this room and she wakes up and she hears like this noise and she walks up to like this calendar and it says, it has like a date on it, and then you see a bunch of like hands punch through the walls trying to grab her, and then like she goes, she turns back, she goes like like that, and it just I know like her reaction sucked, but it was like a very memorable scene from the movie. And then also there's a great line that Captain Rhodes says when he goes, I'm running this monkey farm, Dr. Logan, and I want to know what the fuck you're doing with my time. Like, he says it better, but that's like one of the more memorable lines from the movie. Yeah, I don't know really what else to say. Uh, it's a really good, I know a lot of people don't like it, or they say it's one of the weakest ones, but I really did enjoy this movie. I found that the atmosphere and tension very palpable. I also found, like, the setting very claustrophobic, and the gore in it is very, like, uh, gory and memorable, especially Captain Rhodes' death, and the one dude that gets his head ripped off, and the one zombie that's on the medical table. Yeah, anyways, that's my review for this movie.